is she a pick me? If say like she is a total, like say it's a girl that you went to college with, say like you are 25ish, and she has a good career and everything, but she meets this guy. And she starts fucking cooking for him, doing all this extra stuff. She doesn't even care about her career anymore. She starts doing all this stuff. Would you start saying that that is a pick me girl because she's completely turning into like a housewife
No.
after making her career, mostly her focus, but then she completely swapped for this new guy? Is she a pick me?
That doesn't make you a pick me. I think you're losing yourself in the relationship. Two totally different things.
Do you think that's a pick me?
I don't think that's a pick me. I think that if you like do that, then that just means that like you're really in it for your guy. But you can also like you can have like your own interests, like you have like your own hobbies and stuff. But that doesn't make you a pick me.
Yeah, I gotta ask her. Why do you think that would be losing? Like losing. What
Losing
was the
yourself.
Well, everything else is fine up until the point where you said she disregards her career, disregard things.
Well, we're gonna say it's not. She's disregarding those things because she doesn't need them. I'm gonna say this is a valuable guy that like her jobs and stuff. It's not there's no value in the relationship for her. Like he values her time more, and he makes so much money. Her money doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it's one
That's
of those
ideal.
situations. So if it was one of those situations, is she a pick me for completely jumping out of her career and going full head on into that man and being a housewife?
Question is she engaged?
So you think that she needs to have the ring first to be able to act that way?
I'm not. I'm gonna. Okay, I'll be there. Babe, do certain things, cook for you. Of course, I love to cook. I'll fold your clothes up, do all that stuff. Make sure you got your protein shake. But I'm not gonna disregard my finances and money and things like that. Unless
you wouldn't go broke for him. You wouldn't support him.
Well, for just a boyfriend, you wouldn't do it.
No, that's just a boyfriend.
But for a husband, you would do it.
Husband or fiance, I think she's doing absolutely right.
Okay.
You're doing what you're supposed to do.
So but don't you think that? So this is I think something that's really backwards today is that women think that you don't have to work for the ring, and in my opinion, you have to work very hard for the ring. Like sometimes you need to go all in like that because the guy's not going to give you the ring otherwise. Sometimes we got to understand y'all are the gatekeepers of sex. But men are the gatekeepers of relationships and marriage. I mean, you can try to put a ring on a guy's finger, but 9 times out of 10, you want the guy to put, the guy's gonna put the ring on your finger.
Why do I have to go all in and neglect, especially like for me, for example? I love my career, I love my job, I love what I do. Do I want, my husband or somebody to take care of me? Yeah, for sure. But why do I have to neglect certain things about myself in order to be all in? Why can't I be all in and do things for you and then also still go to work because it makes me happy?
Yeah, it's a good point. So the reason why is because what usually happens when we look at studies and we look at all types of stuff, when a woman earns money, that money is her money. When a man earns money, it's the family's money, okay? So if you're going and putting a lot of your time and effort into your career and stuff like that, it's not attractive to a guy that doesn't give a fuck about money. A guy that's successful or the top 10% guys like most women want to have, those guys don't give a fuck about your money.
That's
so
true.
so when you're focused on your career and all that stuff, it's time too. Like I want to be able to spend time with my girl. I don't want her to text me back and be like, "Oh, I'm working late tonight" or something. It's like, I don't give a fuck about money. Why the fuck are you working? Like, spend time with me. Like I'm the one who's working all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, so it just depends if it's that guy. If it's that guy though, he has the leverage 1,000%. And like you usually want to walk into their frame. Like we always, one of the big things I talk about on the show is frame. And I need to start doing better examples on this shit because people just don't understand how big of a deal frame is. So usually how a relationship works is one person's walking into the other one's frame. Either you're walking into the man's frame or the man's walking into your frame. The best relationships are the ones where the woman's walking into the man's frame. It's his rules, it's his things and everything, and you're walking into his leadership and everything. So like in those cases, 9 times out of 10, it's like how I'm saying it's going to be. Like she needs to give up her career. She needs to give up, focusing on those things because I want more things. I'm the prize. This is something that I bring up all the time. Like, do you think men are the prize or do you think women are the prize? Yeah.
I think we are both.
It's equal.
The prize.
What do you think?
So kind of like touching on what you were saying, like about you can't get the ring unless you like kind of prove yourself. I 100% agree with you. Like if you're in that position, like where you're in the beginning stages of a relationship, you have to kind of like prove yourself in those stages or else you're never going to get to the next stage.
Yeah.
So like as far as like being like the prize, I think, well, the way that my man puts it now is like, I don't want to say that either one of us is the prize, but what we have building is the prize. Like
you're building something together and that's the prize.
Yeah. But like, I kind of just let myself, not work, not do this, not do that because he wants to be providing. So like that is what the prize is in the end. Like you said, kind of like I mean, I guess I would say like if it's a high, I think I said this on the last podcast that I was on. If it's a high value man, then he is
He's the
a little
prize.
bit of the prize because I can't do the same things that he does for me, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to be able to do the same things. Like, like the idea of him being the provider.
Him masculine and you're feminine and y'all are yin
It
yang.
balances.
Yeah, it balances.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So, like, one of the big things that I like to bring up when it comes to the prize thing is, like, who puts the, like you're saying, who puts the ring on your finger? It's the man. So because of that, you have to work hard. And like you're saying, only certain men are the prize. Like, here's the thing: there's a shit ton of men, and a bunch of them aren't the prize.
Yeah.
But then there's some men though that they are way more the fucking prize. And you can get in a relationship with one of those shitty guys, and he'll treat you like you're the prize, but you're probably not going to be happy. It's probably going to end in divorce. It's probably going to end in cheating or something. It never works out. But in reality, the guy is the prize because he's the one who puts the ring on finger. He's the gatekeeper of relationships. If we had an island with 100 men and an island with 100 women, and the one with 100 men had one woman, the one with 100 women had one man, which one's going to have more people at the end? It's going to be the island with 100 women and one man. He creates more life in a shorter period of time. Don't get me wrong. A woman can create a body. That's an amazing thing. But I can create cycles. Way more. Yeah, I can create 100 in 1 year if I want to.
You can go impregnate a woman every day.
Yes, and there's like the guy who had the most kids. He had 888 kids, and the woman who had the most kids, 69. It's not even a close battle. Like, it's not even nearly close. Like, the guy who had the most fucking destroyed her by over 10-fold, like almost 15-fold. So like you can't even fucking compare like the difference between like a man and woman when it comes to the prize thing. And then also another thing, if we look, if we look at society and stuff like that. What's needed every day? Like, what do we need in every aspect of society? We need masculinity.
Manual labor.
We need masculinity. A lot of women are very masculine today because masculinity is always needed. It's always needed. There's not a bunch. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of feminine guys, but there's not a lot of feminine guys because they're taking care of kids or anything like that. It's because they're just feminine. But what's needed is masculinity. That's another thing to show that men are the prize because we need masculinity to society. Society doesn't run without masculinity. So men have always been the prize. It's just sometimes we look at the shitty ones and we're like, oh, those ones aren't the prize. But in reality, the ones that are leading everything and making the world better.
So you don't think that women are the prize?
Not even. So
not
even.
I want to ask a question to the panel real quick.
I think they're a dime and a dozen.
Yeah. So I want to ask for y'all, who holds the greater responsibility in a relationship?
The man, 100%.
The man. What do you think?
I'll say the man. I mean, I wanted to give.
If it's the right guy.
So why would you say that? Why would you say the man?
Well,
you got to think about it. That's why I'm asking. Like, why would you?
Because I want to, weigh out my options. Because I'm not a wife, so I had to think.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm single, so. But all of my sisters are married, so.
You're next, right?
Hopefully.
Well, you got to be a wife to get married, right?
No.
Yeah. I mean,
you missed that. Kind of went over your head.
Anyway,
you got to be qualified first before you get the job, right?
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.